We can start to just tune into the breath. So the soles of the feet come together. We just allow the legs to fall wide. We start to feel those knees really pressing out to the earth. We start to feel this release in our hips. We allow the weight of the head to fall heavy. We relax the shoulders. We relax the arms. We just allow the arms to fall heavy, maybe by our sides, maybe on our hips, just any place that feels like a nice, comforting place. And we really just start to begin to tune into the body, and tune into the breath. Just seeing any places where we feel tension. Can we let some of that go? Where can we soften? Where can we release? Maybe even just noticing any thoughts that you're having. And just seeing if you can really just try to bring your attention into the body. Just letting go of anything that's going to happen after you step off your mat. Just really allowing this time to be for you. We can bring one hand to our belly to help focus on our breath. And together we can take a big, beautiful breath in. As we pull breath into the lungs, we feel the heart, the chest rise. And then big exhale out through the mouth. We soften that breath. We pull breath into the body. We feel the heart, the chest rise. We feel expansion through the belly. And then exhale out through the mouth. One more time, just like that. We pull breath in. We feel all this energy rise. To exhale out through the mouth. You just allow the breath to soften. We allow everything to settle. Maybe noticing if you feel a little more calm, a little more centered. Allowing the heart rate to slow. And just allowing this breath to really guide you. And at any point in the practice, when you feel like your mind has wandered off, you just bring your attention back into that breath, back into that space. And maybe taking a moment here just to set a little intention for your practice. Something for you to focus on or come back to. When you feel like the mind has wandered off, just taking a moment here. We'll pull breath into the body to seal off that intention. To exhale out through the mouth. And from your place on your mat, we can pull the legs into the chest. We'll just give ourselves a nice big squeeze. And so maybe we roll from side to side. We just start to feel a little release through the back. We just start to feel this nice little massage. Just taking it nice and slow. And then we can extend that left leg out long. And we'll pull that right knee in towards our chest. And maybe we'll see if we can just gently draw some circles with the knee. So we just start to find some awareness. We're bringing some space into that hip. Just trying to release any tension, any stuck energy. Just really trying to move some of that stuck sediment. Just trying to find some movement here. Just taking it nice and slow. And then together we can pull that knee in towards our chest and see if we can reach that foot as if we were gonna gently stamp that foot on the ceiling. And then we'll just see if we can find this nice stretch for our hips. So we can either reach for the ankle, the lower leg, or the foot, but we're just starting to release some of that energy from the hip. So we just imagine we're pulling that knee in towards the body as we just feel this nice deep stretch. And if it felt nice to draw those circles, you can still kind of find movement here, or you can just find some nice stillness. We'll hold for one more breath as we focus on the inhale and release on that exhale. Together we can bring that leg down and we'll see if we can just nestle that foot in. So we imagine we're finding tree pose on our back just to open up that hip. We can just allow that leg to fall open. If you had something to place the knee on, option to do that, or you can just kind of let the knee fall. But we just find this openness, this nice stretch through the hip. As we just relax the breath, we relax the whole body. And we just focus on drawing that breath into the lungs to exhale out through the mouth. And then together we can gently bring that leg all the way through center, and we'll just see if we can take that leg all the way across the body to find a gentle spinal twist. So we allow the foot to just gently land as we feel this nice openness through the hip. Option to look over that right shoulder as we just feel this nice little release. We just allow all of this energy to settle. And maybe even feeling that nice stretch for your low back. Just as you begin to release some of that energy. And then together we can pull that leg all the way in. We'll pull that knee in towards our chest, give ourselves a squeeze. And then we can exhale that right leg long. Maybe taking a full body stretch, just reaching those arms up, flexing through those toes, just noticing any differences in that side of the body. And then together we can pull that left leg in. And we'll start to find this nice sequence on this side. So just starting with some big circles with that knee. Just taking it nice and slow. Just imagining we're drawing those nice, big, beautiful circles with the knee. Maybe noticing maybe one side is tighter than the other. Not judging, just notice. As we just bring some awareness, some space, some energy into the body. Just taking a couple more rounds, just taking it nice and slow. And then together we can pull that knee in towards our chest. We'll see if we can reach that leg up towards the ceiling. just to find this nice stretch. So again, we can grab onto the ankle, the foot, the lower part of the leg. We just start to feel this big open stretch through that hip. And if it would feel nice to find a little movement to, you know, rock from side to side, option to do that as well. And just allowing this movement to feel nice. Just bringing some space, some awareness. Just imagine you're drawing that knee in towards the body to just feel a deeper stretch. We'll stay for one more breath. Just letting all that goodness really come. And then together we can release that leg to pull the knee in towards the chest, to then gently allow the sole of the foot to find that inside part of your leg to open up, to imagine we're in tree pose on our back. So we just start to feel this different openness through the hip. As we just release that leg down, we feel this nice, gentle release. And we can just allow that leg to settle. As we just soften through that hip. We just release any tension. We'll stay for one more breath. To exhale all that breath out of the lungs, out through the mouth. Together we can pull that knee in towards our chest, give ourselves a nice squeeze, to then take that knee to gently cross all the way across the body, to just find that nice spinal twist. So you just start to feel that nice release to that outer hip. Can you just imagine that knee is drawing closer to the earth with each breath? Maybe even finding that nice twist, that nice gentle twist to your back. Maybe even looking over that opposite shoulder just to find that nice release for the neck. And then together we can bring that leg all the way in through center. We'll hug that knee in, give ourselves a squeeze. And then exhale to reach that leg out long. We'll stretch the arms overhead. Feel this nice, big, full body stretch. Just noticing the differences in your hips. Just noticing anything that you feel. And then together we can gently ground down through those feet. And we can just gently turn up to one side. We're gently just going to make our way up to a seated position. So just taking it nice and slow. We doing okay?
Oh my gosh, that was awesome.
Okay.
I can't believe how tight I am. Oh my goodness.
Well, good. This will help. So together we can find our tabletop position. So we just find this nice position for our legs. And if we need to roll up the back of our mat to find some more padding for the knee, option to do that as well. But we're just going to find some cat-cow, so some nice expansion for the low back. So we can pull the chest, the heart forward as we drop the belly. To exhale, to round through that spine. We feel the weight of the head fall heavy. And so we can just take these movements at our own pace as we just follow the breath. So we stick with the inhales. To exhale the breath away, to round through that spine. But when you're doing this posture, if it feels better to linger in one area more, feel option to do that, right? You don't have to rush. Just take it nice and slow. And just stick with that breath. Just bringing this awareness, this energy to the low back, to the upper thoracic spine, to just really feel this nice, beautiful release. You just bring this awareness to the vertebrae. You just start to feel movement through the spine. We'll take a couple more rounds, taking it nice and slow. And then together we can find a nice neutral spine. And we'll see if we can walk that right hand to come halfway underneath the mat so that we can reach that left arm up. We find all this length, all this space, to then exhale that arm all the way underneath the body. We find thread the needle pose. So we reach that top hand up tall to just start to feel this openness through the chest. We just keep those hips nice and lifted. And then with each breath, you just imagine that you're drawing that chest, that heart more open to feel this nice, beautiful posture. And we just stick with this beautiful openness. Just releasing any of that tension. And if it would feel nice to bring that top hand to find a bind at your low back, option to do that as well. But wherever you are, you stick with your breath. You allow it to guide you deeper. As you just focus on opening up through the chest. We'll stay for one more breath. And together we can gently walk those top fingers to come back underneath the shoulder to reach that arm up. We feel all that length to exhale the hand back down to the mat. And then we'll gently just take the same posture on the other side. So we can walk that left hand halfway under the mat to reach that arm all the way up nice and tall, to exhale that arm all the way underneath the body, to reach that left hand tall overhead. We keep those hips lifted as we just find this beautiful openness through the chest. And we just breathe. We start to imagine what it would feel like to peel that heart, that lung open. We just start to feel this nice, deep connection. And again, if it would feel nice to bring that top hand to find that bind at the low back, option to do that as well. That just helps you find more openness. And we just breathe as we focus on opening that chest, just filling our breath up with air to exhale it away. We'll stay for one more breath, just really feeling the goodness of this stretch. And then together we can walk those fingers back underneath our shoulder to press into that hand, to reach that arm all the way up. We feel all that space to exhale the hand down. And so together we can re-find our tabletop and maybe just take one round of cat-cows just to release that spine. And drop the head heavy. Together we'll find a neutral spine. An option to find puppy pose here, so a nice deep stretch for the back. So we'll imagine that we're finding our cow pose. So we find this nice curvature in the spine. We drop the belly so we feel this nice deep stretch. And then we see if we can just walk those hands far forward. So imagine we're melting the heart, the chest down. And so we can stay more lifted on our triceps if that would feel better. We can even find prayer position. And find reverse namaste by nestling those hands behind the shoulders. But wherever you are, if you're on your forearm or you find that nice reverse namaste, you just imagine you're melting that heart, that chest down so that you feel the release through your shoulders. And you just breathe the sensation into the body. And so you just stick with it. It's super intense, so we just stay for a breath to keep melting that heart, that chest down. And then together we can gently come up onto our hands, and we'll exhale those hips back towards our heels to find a child's pose. We'll just melt the head, the chest down. And if it would feel nice to walk those hands to reach for those legs, to just find a nice release for the shoulders. After all that work, option to do that as well. You can bring one cheek to the mat if you're reaching the hands back. But you just find this nice place to just release some of that energy. Release any of that tension. And just allow the heart, the chest, the breath, everything to settle. Maybe connecting yourself back to that intention. What you want to gain from practice today. As we feel that breath rise on our thighs, we feel this energy to exhale out through the mouth. Our child's pose is a place that helps us connect back to the breath, connect back to our senses, back to the earth, back to reality. So just knowing you can always use this pose when you need to bring energy and awareness back. If we reach those fingertips for our heels or our feet, we can gently just reach those arms back. Just walking our fingertips all the way out. We'll see if we can gently slither onto our bellies. We're just going to find another nice release for the back by finding Sphinx pose. So if you need more cushion under the pelvis, you can use a blanket, or if you have anything else around, just to bring some awareness there if you're feeling like the pelvis kind of feels hard or stuck there. But so we'll come onto our forearms, and we'll just imagine that we're pulling the elbows back so that the heart, the chest pulls forward. We just feel this nice, beautiful release for the low back. And we can project that heart, that chest forward. And we can just allow the head to find a neutral position. But we press into the pelvis so we feel this nice release for our low back. And we just breathe. Just bringing all this awareness, all this space here. And then maybe we can flex through that left leg to look over that left shoulder. We just feel this nice little twist. To exhale back to center. We'll look over the right shoulder to rise that right leg, to exhale back. And maybe just one more time each side, just feeling a nice little extra twist. And then exhale to the other side. We continually pull that heart, that chest forward as we feel this nice, beautiful lift. And then exhale, we can gently release the head down. And then maybe windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Just finding this nice little release. We can gently come back onto our forearms for a breath. We'll find Sphinx pose one last time, and then we'll just have option to take it one step further if that would feel good. So we just pull that heart, that chest forward. We imagine the elbows are pulling in towards that center so that we feel this nice release. So we just find this space where we can feel that nice release in our low back. And we continually press the pelvis into the mat. And if our low back feels safe, and it would feel nice to reach those hands up so that we feel a deeper stretch in the low back, we can find full seal pose, but only if it feels good for the low back. You can just stay for a breath. To then exhale those arms down. We can gently bring the head to the mat and just windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Just finding a nice release. And then together we can see if we can just bring that right leg so that it finds a 90-degree angle. So you're just pressing that hip into the mat and you're flexing through that foot so that you can just melt that hip down. We just find this nice little release. And so you can just allow the arms to relax and just let the head fall heavy. We just allow it to be super restorative. And we just release all of this energy. We just imagine we're pressing the hip into the earth so that we feel this nice deep release. Together we'll stay for one more breath. And then we can bring that leg back just to switch over to the other side, just to bring that right leg up to flex through those toes. We just find this nice release for the opposite hip. And we just stick with our breath. As we just allow the heart, the chest to melt. We allow all of this energy to settle. And we just focus on our breath. We just feel this nice release. Together we'll stay for one more breath. And then we can exhale, we'll extend that leg all the way back. We can gently come up onto our hands and we can sink the hips all the way back. We'll just find a child's pose just to find a reset. We can reach those fingertips far forward as we feel this nice stretch through our back. As we just drop the head heavy, we let everything release. And so we just imagine we're melting the heart, the chest down. As we just release all this energy. And then we just find this place where we can settle. This place where we can find our inner calm. And then together we can gently walk ourselves all the way back towards the back of our mat. And so option here, so we can sit back on our feet if that would feel nice, or we can sit cross-legged, but we'll just do some nice stretches kind of for the neck and the low back. So we can imagine we're interlacing the fingers as we reach those arms up. So we'll feel the heart, the chest pull forward. We feel this nice open action. And then exhale to push, push, push. We imagine that we're pushing the back away from us as we press those hands out in front. To then exhale, we pull the heart, the chest forward. Those hands reach up overhead. And then exhale to release those hands. We imagine we're pushing ourselves all the way back. Nice. And then exhale all the way up. We feel the heart, the chest lift. To then just exhale all the way. We push the shoulders away as we feel this rounding through the spine. And then we bring the heart, the chest forward as we feel this nice lift. And then exhale. We can release those hands down. We can allow our hands to gently walk over to the left side, and we can just take that right hand And see if we can just imagine that we're pushing that head all the way over towards the right side. So we start to feel this nice release for our neck. And then maybe we walk those left fingertips a little bit further out. And we just allow the weight of the head to fall heavy. We just feel this nice release for the side of our neck. Just releasing any tension. Just taking it nice and slow, not pushing your neck here, just allowing this release to feel nice. And then we can gently, nice and slow, bring the head back through center. We'll drop that right hand as we just gently walk the fingertips out to the side. We'll grab that left hand to grab onto that ear to just feel this nice release of the neck. As we just imagine we're pressing that hand in towards the head, and then we can maybe walk those right fingertips a little bit further out. We just feel this nice release. And we just breathe. Just feeling this nice, gentle release. And then together we can gently bring that head back through center. We'll walk those fingertips back through. And then maybe we can just take a nice gentle circle with the head, just releasing any of that extra weight, any of that extra tension, just taking it slow to one side. And then maybe gently stopping as you make it to that left shoulder. You feel all that release. And then continually nice and slow, move back through middle. And then maybe drop the head over to the right. And you just feel that release to exhale the head back all the way down. And just take one full circle. And then maybe we'll just take it to the other side. So we just gently bring the head to the right shoulder. We stop for a breath to just feel this nice release. So then gently bring the head all the way over to the left. We stop for a breath to feel the release. To exhale that head all the way through center. And we'll just take one nice circle. Together our head can find center. And we'll just begin to make our way onto our backs. Getting ready for our Shavasana. We'll just take a couple last postures just to find a nice little release for the hips one last time. So we can ground down into the feet, and we'll allow the left ankle to meet that right knee so that we're finding this nice open posture with that left hip. And so we imagine that we're pushing the left knee away from us to feel this nice openness here. And maybe this is enough, but if you want to take it further, you can reach those hands to grab onto that left thigh to pull this whole shape up through center. And we just feel that nice release through that hip. And so we continually imagine that we're pressing that left knee away from us to feel a deeper release. And we keep both feet flexed just to make sure we're protecting our joints. But we just allow everything to settle. And we just stick with our breath as we just feel this nice, deep, beautiful release. And then together we can drop this whole shape. We'll just gently bring our feet down so that we unravel the legs. And then we can come onto the same posture on the other side. So we allow that right ankle to meet that left knee. As we just imagine we're pressing the right knee away from us. And together we can pull this whole shape up if that would feel nice. And we just imagine we're pressing that knee away from us, just to feel this nice deep stretch. Just a super nice release for the hip, keeping both feet flat. We just keep drawing that right knee away from the body. And we just breathe. We stick with our breath. We'll stay for one more breath. And then together we can drop this whole shape down. We can unravel the legs. We'll plant both feet just to windshield wiper the hips from side to side. We just find this nice little release. And then we can plant those feet and we can just see if we can find a bridge pose. So we'll imagine that we're reaching those fingertips for those heels as we just gently lift the hips. We just allow some of this energy to settle. A nice posture, just allow our breath, our energy to release down. As we just continually imagine we're pressing those hips all the way up. And then exhale, we can drop those hips all the way down. Together we can pull our knees in towards our chest. We'll give ourselves a nice big squeeze. And then we can exhale those legs all the way over to the left side. So we just find this nice spinal twist. We can take the arms out to a T to just gently look over that right shoulder. We just find a nice spinal twist. We just allow the body to settle. And we just focus on our breath. And then together we can gently pull these knees all the way through center, giving ourselves a squeeze when we arrive. And then just exhaling the legs over towards the right. We just find this nice spinal twist. And we can gently just look over that opposite shoulder. And we just allow this twist to feel nice in the body. We allow all of our energy to settle. And then together we can bring those knees back through center. We'll pull our knees in towards our chest, give ourselves a squeeze. And then we can exhale those legs all the way down. And maybe we bring the soles of the feet together. We just find Supta Baddha Konasana, just where we started our practice. And we just allow the energy to settle. Maybe noticing differences in the body than when we first started. Just allowing the breath to settle. And then if you want to extend both legs all the way out to find this nice shape for your Shavasana. So you can allow the arms to fall heavy towards the side. Maybe you gently bring the shoulder blades in to find lift in the heart and the chest. So just allow the legs to fall heavy. We can just imagine we're melting the heart, the chest into the earth as we just allow the whole body to settle. And so we can stay in our Shavasana, this nice, beautiful, relaxing posture. Just allowing your whole body to settle. There's nothing left to do but simply be. And you can stay in this sweetest shape, your beautiful Shavasana, until the sound of my voice brings you back. You can slowly begin to bring some awareness back into your body. Maybe wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. And if it would feel nice to gently make your way onto one side, just for a breath, to just take in all the goodness of your practice, just noticing any differences you feel in the body and the mind. And just thanking yourself for showing up on your mat today to practice self-care. And when you feel ready, you can gently push yourself up to a seated position, your most comfortable seat. We'll bring hands to heart center when we arrive. We can gently close or soften the gaze. Thank you for letting me lead and guide you through practice today. It was an honor and a pleasure. May your practice always bring you peace, and may you share this peace with others. Together, we'll bring our thumbs up to our third eye, the space between our brow. The light in me honors the light in you. We bow our heads to say, Namaste.